What's up, YouTube? It's me, the Artisan MC, on this Freedom Ride Friday. Like, share, subscribe, support the stream if you feel so inclined. It has been a interesting day. It has been. Funny part about the day was two things. Finished up two jobs today, and the customers or residents were very nice. I really enjoyed talking to them. One of them was Jeremy, a brother from Atlanta, who I replaced his dishwasher, and we had a good conversation the first time I came in and inspected it and found it leaking. And when I came back today to put in his new unit, he was talking to me again and just relating as people as men. And he asked me if I had seen the Cat Williams play. And I was like, yes, I did. I just finished watching the whole Club Shay Shay interview. And I actually just told my friend, the friend being my brother, good brother Malika Me Bain, that he should watch the whole thing. Should watch the whole thing. Well, we talked for the time I was there, putting in his dishwasher and everything else, and it was a good conversation. It was a good conversation with another brother about just stuff, right? Now, mind you, I have been told specifically that I shouldn't talk to the residents while I'm there. And it only serves to work against me because sometimes when I do not engage with them, it's always a complaint. They didn't talk to me. And the other reason is I give out a lot of information, right? Because I will be honest with people. Something doesn't look right. No, it does not look right. If it means more work for you, it means more fucking work for you. I don't care. They have to live in this house. You only have to look at it every once in a while. So I want the stuff done correctly. It has it, man. It was a good conversation. What it be, G? Gonna be I hit it up tonight. We'll have that fire team tonight. But it was a good conversation. I left there, went to another of my new favorite residents' homes to finish painting their drywall work that I did. Right? They had a leak, found the leak, patched the leak, and redid the drywall because I had to cut open a big hole in the wall to find the damn leak. Right? Some other lazy ass stupid work done. I'm in there having to fix it because it leaked on my watch. Right? Drywall, I've mud, I've taped, I've spray textured. Now I'm coming back to finish paint so I can finish bothering these people coming in their house. But what I've learned from being in their house is that these people are pretty cool. They're geeks. They're fucking geeks. Now they're white folks. Tennessee, they're geeks, and they're fun. And they're personable and friendly. Even their kids. I thought the kids were little assholes at first. They might be, but they're 18 and 20s, play video games, and sure enough, when I came over there around New Year's, check on the leak, check on the patch and stuff like that, see if it was holding, if things were still leaking. The parents were there by themselves, and the two parents were there playing video games together. Grown couple, not sloppy, not out of shape, none of that shit. Sitting up there playing Baldur's Gate or some shit like that, Elden Ring, something like that together. I'm like, holy shit, you are my new favorite people. Because it was good to hear them while I'm in there doing work. I'm working on a patch. I can hear them conversating with each other. They're just good people. with each other, and they were pleasant to me. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, y'all cool, whatever y'all need. Now, what made it funnier was when I came back the other day, earlier this week, and the daughter was there. And she's, over 18, so I'm there and I can go in and I can work. And the daughter just asked me a question. She's personable, right? We had a little bit of a conversation. I went to my work, whatever, and she's sitting up there playing her video game, playing her Switch. And then she called her friend. And her and her friend are having this conversation about the game they're playing and some other stuff. And during their conversation, I got up to move around from one side of the bar to the other side to climb under this goddamn sink and do this patchwork. And the daughter made a comment that, oh, I can't say because I have someone here, right? And I told her, I don't care. I'm a grown-up. And she started laughing, right? No, I'm a grown-up too. I said, well, shouldn't be embarrassed about whatever you got to say, right? Now, for a minute there was a three-way conversation going on with everybody laughing between me, the daughter, and the daughter's friend. The daughter's friend was kind of afraid to say something because they thought they might offend me. And I told them I'm a grown-up. I don't really get offended. I really. Fuck is an 18-year-old gonna say to us? I mean, for real. And there's two little white girls talking. Like I haven't heard that shit before. My daughter went to private school. Paid for my daughter to go to private school. I've heard little white girls talking. I went to private school. But it's not that big of a deal to me, okay? You're talking about shit anyway, right? But it was a little release of laughter with them to understand, look, I'm going to talk about whatever the hell you're talking about. I'm not here to listen to that shit. I'm paying really no attention. I can hear you, but I'm not focused on remembering this shit forever. Okay? And that's what I let her know. Like, shit, I'm a grown up, so say the hell you want to. I'm in your house. I'm just here to fix something. I'm getting the hell out of here. But it relieved some tension off of the friends, so they carried on their conversation about whatever shit they was talking about. I don't even really know because I wasn't paying attention to it. I'm focused on what I'm doing. I hear chatter in the background, but I'm not recording it. And it doesn't matter to me. But while I was there during this time yesterday, the older son and the younger brother was there. And they asked me about fixing their Xbox because apparently the daughter had told them like, oh, he was cool. He came back and he was cool as shit. So now they just feel comfortable with me. So when I showed up and I'm, doing this drywall and I'm mudding and taping this thing, put the second coat on, the son was out there like, do you mind? I need some help. My Xbox is stuck and won't open. I said, what'd you do to it? He said, well, I didn't really do anything to it. We're just having a friendly conversation about, like, helping him get the drawer on his Xbox open. I said, well, I can look at it. Let me do this little piece of the wall first, and I'll look at it. I don't have a problem looking at it. I said, I like your parents. Your parents are cool. So, I'll help you guys out. Because the kids are cool, right? He said, well, yeah, I just didn't want to break it because I figured I don't know what I'm doing and I don't want to break it, so I might as well ask somebody who knows how to do this shit. Who knows how to repair stuff. He said, well, that's who I am. That's what I do. Fine. Not a problem. And while I was still, mudding the tape and doing the spray texture, he actually got it open himself. He said, I got it. I said, great. How do you feel? Awesome. Cool. That's what the conversation was. I didn't get up from my spot. He yelled from the back room. I yelled from the kitchen to him. Like we had known each other forever. And what it reminded me of having this kind of conversation with these folks was being in the comic shop. was being in the comic shop and relating to people I do not fucking know at all, or relating to people that I know very well. It's all the same. It's all about communication, right? Now, come to find out that this was stuck in there because there was a password on a post-it stuck on possibly the disk, and that was stuck in the drawer, and it was keeping the drawer from opening. I said, how did that get in there? I said, probably was stuck on the disk, if you really want to know my opinion. Probably was stuck on the disk, right? That was yesterday. Today, kids are there. I show up. I do the finish. No, not kids are there. Father's there, right? What up? I'm listening. What up, Toya, Nigel? Right? Father's there. And he's cool as shit. They already know they got my stamp of approval because I told him and his wife when they were there playing the video game together. I remarked how cool that was, right? Because I have not had that. I have not had a wife or girlfriend that I could sit around and play video games with. Well, that's not true. But back in high school, sort of. But me and that chick, we weren't dating at that time. But we played fucking Super Mario World together. Okay. That was a long time fucking ago. Not as grown ass fucking adult. Okay. Doesn't exist for me in that way. I'm a Gen Xer. Now, we're giving the people hope. I'm not giving anybody hope. I'm just telling you what my experience was. You can believe they exist or you don't exist. I will tell you this. This is not uncommon for me to see in white couples. Caucasian couples do this shit long time. Now, it may just be where I am that is a high degree of fucking nerds and geeks. But I smell my own. Okay? So I said geekdom is a big tent. There's all kind of people up under this bitch. All kinds. And your race never mattered. What mattered is, do you like the same thing we like? Really? Fuck, we can hang. We can hang out. So when I see the husband today, I tell him, hey, finish this wall up and I'll be out of your life forever. He said, oh, it's fine, so and so, right? Because I have to wear a name tag so they know my name, right? They know my government. I finished painting the stuff up, get it all done, leaving it to dry. Oh shit! I closed it. I'm not supposed to close it. I gotta put base. I forgot I had to put baseboard on, and I closed the damn shit. I just remembered that I did that, and it was stupid. Okay, that's my 1 out of 3 mistakes for the day. Anyway, they're not in the home. When I finish up, he's not inside, so I can't tell him I'm done. So I walk outside. I got my paint bucket, my little booties on, so I don't track mud all through the house, all this shit, and I find him in the garage. He's in the garage with the wife and the younger son. And I let him know, hey, sir, you're all done. I'm out of your life. You don't have to see me, tomorrow unless something unforeseen happens and, you decide to put in the call. Right? The wife says hello, and the wife says you cannot leave yet until you embrace drug dinosaur or something like that. Drugosaur, something like that it was. I'm like, what? The wife comes up to me. She's just personable with me. Like, oh no, you have to take this in. You have to take this in and look at this. She comes up to me and we start looking through this coloring book that they passed out to the kids, the elementary school kids, about drugs. Got back to the parents, they saw this shit like, what the hell is this? Is this supposed to be what? It's supposed to be an anti-drug coloring book for children with dinosaurs in it. The shit looked like the most pro-drug thing ever. It's fucking ridiculous, right? Hilariously drawn, colorful on the cover, but Look, I couldn't remember all of them. I told her, I told the wife that she needed, since me and the wife stood there, she just went through it. She just started paging through it. And we're reading these dinosaur names and shit like that and looking at the pictures and laughing our asses off together, collectively laughing this shit off right in their driveway, right? Now, what I didn't tell you at the time is there was some bullshit going on yesterday when I had my little sit down meeting. So I'm not feeling these motherfuckers right now. And then today it was some more bullshit where our traveling FD wanting to follow me around during my lunch. And I got pissed off and pulled over and mugged his ass as he passed me. Like, the fuck are you following me for? Now, that'll probably blow up into something. We'll see. Right? Because you know white folks don't like being intimidated or feeling intimidated by a black man that didn't just, duck his head, avert his eyes. The fuck are you driving behind me for? Now, while me and the wife are sitting there looking through this this coloring book and laughing about the shit, I can't remember all of them, but I tell you this, the Huffosaurus was funny as fuck. The Huffosaurus was funny as hell. If my hands weren't full, I would have been taking pictures of every page of this shit to show it to you guys on Sunday. This shit was hilarious. And that's why I told her she needed to make copies of it. Because I want one. Right? We're laughing about this shit really loud. Now, these are two good experiences throughout a day of bullshit. Right? Throughout a day of politics and office bullshit, this is the bright spots to this day. Dealing with regular fucking people that don't know me from anywhere outside of showing up to do something to fix it in their house. And being pleasant and pleased, communicative, relatable, all this shit with perfect fucking strangers to me. And then I have to turn around and look at these goofy son of a bitches who sat up there and said, I had a problem with communicating. When they can barely read and don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I had to sit there and watch these goofy bastards. Same one that was following me earlier. Hey, Artisan, you have a shovel? Why the fuck would I have a shovel? I'm not a groundskeeper. I didn't say fuck, but I did say, why would I have a shovel? Oh, never mind. So-and-so has one. Okay, why does so-and-so have a shovel in his van? Never mind, I don't want to know where the body's buried. Now, this FD, Masood, this other tech, and the new tech that we got, a young 24-year-old black dude from ATM. They out here looking for these water lines, right? Or whatever. Okay. You got 4 supervisors, technically. 1 supervisor, 1 director, and 2 techs. Supervisor leaves, now you just got a director and 2 techs. 1 tech 2, 1 tech, or 2 tech 1s, right? Why, when I go to pull off after asking me that dumbass question about a shovel in a maintenance van, not a groundskeeper van, a maintenance van, why the fuck would I have a shovel? You got porters and groundskeepers for that shit. Oh, fuck. You just wanted to talk to me, is what it was. He just wanted to actually look at me and say something to me. And that's the response he fucking got. Why would I have a shovel? When I turn to leave to drive out of there, what the fuck do you think I see? It just kind of incensed me. The guy who brought the shovel has given the shovel to the young black dude. And the two of them, white guy that brought the shovel, and the director, who's a younger white dude, standing there watching the black dude dig a hole. And I'm like, look at this slave ass shit. I drove off as fast as I fucking could from there before I said something that would really have me in some shit. Because my first response was to pull my window down when I was driving by him. I said, you know, it don't look right that two white dudes is watching a black dude dig a hole. You know that shit don't look right, right? You mean to tell me the motherfucker who had the shovel don't know his man on the totem pole, the new tech, who happens to be this young black dude that y'all been trying to pull up under your wings, he got to dig the hole while the two of y'all watch. I'm like, what the fuck is this, Caltrans? What did Arya say? Arya must have seen this book. Can't read or fucking write while I'm driving. God damn, dude. Signal or move? Fucking dumbass. Yeah, it was the Drugosaurus, Arya. It was the Drugosaurus. Look, if you got that book, hey, send me a copy of it. I want to laugh and I want to color it. I'm serious. Because that motherfucking Huffosaurus was ridiculous. Some of the other ones was the stupid too. The one that was the weed smoker one, but they didn't have a meth one, and that was one of the jokes that I made with the wife. I said, "What? They ain't got no meth dragon in this? What? There's no Methosaurus in this? What does that look like? What the fuck? That shit looks so funny. You might want to do drugs from looking at that coloring book. It was hilarious." Absolutely hilarious. It didn't deter anything. It made it seem like it might have been kind of fun. Maybe they were trying to find a Drugosaurus. No, you know what that shit was? Here's what it was, Rainfire. What's up to you? They had this kid working with me, shadowing me for like 4 days last week, right? Shadowed me all last week. This Monday, they had him shadowing me too. Tuesday, oh, not this Monday. This Monday was New Year's. Wednesday. Tuesday, I took off. Wednesday, I came to work. He had been sitting in the office. I got there late, right? He had been sitting in the office because they gave him nothing to do. Nothing. They had nothing for him to do. All the techs are gone. They ain't gave him nobody to shadow. He just in the office. So I show up, they want to send him with me. I said, all right, yeah, cool. We go, we do half a day. Then all of a sudden, right before lunch, this same tech that had the shovel and was giving him the shovel to dig some holes, comes up to me asking, "Oh, do you need such and such?" Well, yeah, they got him shadowing me. Oh, I need some help on some HVAC, and I heard he's certified in HVAC. Yeah, he is. But yeah, fine. I don't give a shit. Oh, if you don't need him, whatever, man. Do what you do. So they took the kid from me, right? And had him with them every day since then, right? And that's not a problem until that same day, that Wednesday, after they took him from me, I found out that I was supposed to have this goddamn meeting on Thursday that nobody wanted to own up to and tell me what the fuck it was about and why didn't I know I had a meeting on my schedule. So since that time, what they have done is isolate him from me. And I remember saying this to my old FD, the B Dub that we had that they just got rid of. I remember saying this to her when she was there and was talking about hiring some new techs, and there was going to be some people of color and whatnot. And the white folks was not liking her and not liking that shit. And I remember having a personal conversation with her about, is this going to be a 2 man enter, 1 man leave situation? She said, oh, no, we're not doing that kind of shit. I said, well, I know how situations like this go because it is emblematic of the world. And given the context of Cat Williams shit, you understand that they always think they can only be one there. And if there's two, they're going to try to get rid of one of you. Now, they had this little motherfucker up under they wings, having him doing the step and fetching work. At the same time, they sitting there trying to have a sit down with me and make complaints about me and follow me around the job site. For what? Your best worker needs to be followed. Your best tech needs to be followed all of a sudden. While you are planning to bring back your problematic HR calling tech. Okay. Cool. Nodding off a Saurus. I don't know if they had that one. No one. I can't remember all of them because there was some made up fucking names. And I wasn't looking at it to remember it. I was laughing with her and making jokes and trying to get the fuck out of there and get to my next job. So I was like any good chess player, I was already 3 or 4 moves ahead at that point. So I thought it was really fucked up that I saw what they were doing with this tech. And it was a sharp juxtaposition to what they actually want from a black tech. They don't want you too knowledgeable. And this is not news to anybody. They don't want you too knowledgeable and they need you malleable so they can give you shit like that to do and stand there and watch you. Dig this dirt. Because that's what ran through my mind. Dig this hole, nigga. I'm like, holy fucking shit. I got cowboy boots and Birkenstock shorts watching this young black dude dig a fucking hole, and they brought him a shovel. I'm like, that don't look right anywhere. Any fucking where. And these simple motherfuckers should know that. Especially if they in a management position. Because my thinking is the motherfucker who brought the shovel should have been the one digging a hole. Since you got a shovel. And let the younger tech stand there while you show them how the fuck it's done. Silly shit. So that almost capped off my day. Almost capped off my day. It almost ruined my fucking, buzz of having actually two good residents or two good social interactions during the day, and then I saw that shit, which was like, oh my fucking god. It was the Drugosaurus. You can Google them. Oh, you can Google that shit? I didn't know where the fuck it came from, Aria. I really didn't. I thought they made that shit up for their schools. But if it's online, I will find that shit. I will find that shit because the Huffosaurus was funny. Funny as fuck to me because I said, did they have paper bags in the Paleolithic era? What the fuck? What the fuck? That shit right there. Oh my god! I said, how the hell does he get that off of him? He can't even get it off. His little legs don't reach to take that bag off his fucking face. Oh shit! Oh, it's nationwide. Well, let me know. I don't have no young children. I don't have any young children right now. I don't know what kind of bullshit they pumping in the kids' heads. And thankfully, I really don't have to deal with it because I would be a problem at school. I would be a problem at the school board meetings. Grandfather's eye got to use the imagination. Holy shit. No one's dinos didn't have access to spoons and fire. No Heronosaurus, no Heronosaurus, no Speedballosaurus, no Speedballosaurus. Ah, fuck. They did have that fat Saurus. I can't think of what his shit was, but he was fat as fuck and he couldn't even use his legs. His legs was just stuck out to his sides. I was like, man, he looked like them characters from Wall-E. Just fat bodies. Can't even use their legs. Like, it was a Vela. What the fuck? I can't even read that. Velokivalar? Hufsaurus got caught up in them tar pits last night. Yeah, see? On that spray paint, nigga. What that's what I'm thinking. Like, what the fuck is a Huffasaurus huffing? Now the Weedosaurus, it wasn't even called weed, it was something else. Cannabisosaurus or some shit like that. That motherfucker was kind of funny because that nigga had three joints in his mouth. He had three joints in his mouth. He was looking tired, and then he was standing on some joints. I'm like, God damn, Snoop Dogg gonna kick his ass. Wasted all that good weed. That shit was hilarious. Yeah, damn. Anyway, this was all part of the trudgery of the day and why I get home and the first thing I want to do is like, man, I want to drink. I want to go out and sit down at a bar and either have a meal or have a drink or both. And I think I might just go out to eat and have a meal and have me some alcohol and enjoy that shit. Hey, no one. What is rolling papers? You use the leaf, man. Like the Native Americans. You just use the leaf. You having some Southern comfort? I'll give you some Southern comfort. Give you a Cali smile. No, I'm out of. I want some Uncle Nearest. I'm out of Uncle Nearest. I think somebody sneaking in my house while I'm gone because I didn't think I don't leave a swallow of anything in a bottle. I will just finish the bottle. And there was a swallow of Uncle Nearest in that motherfucker when I went to grab it. I was like, what the fuck? So I'm out of Uncle Nearest and I'm out of Winter Jack. So maybe I'll pick up a bottle of those tomorrow when I'm over that way near Bevmo. But tonight it's gonna have to be what I got on deck, and I still got some of that Terramana Blanco and some rum. Should have went and got some orange juice. And I still got the Sinatra, obviously, and some Maker's Mark and some rum chata. Think I'll finish off that rum chata since I can't buy the shit no more. They came out with that fucking pumpkin shit this year. I don't want no pumpkin rum chata. I wanted the peppermint, and they didn't have it this year. So drink what you got. He said the paint crew got you. Gross. What are you talking about gross to, Toya? Trunkosaurus. But Pete has it, mate. It was an interesting day in the sense that because all this other bullshit these people are actually trying to do behind the scenes to me, and then in the front foreground they keep doing this other silly shit to try to highlight certain things. I'm really not feeling the need to actually socialize or play nice with these motherfuckers. And that's what they keep wanting to do. They keep wanting to smile and act like everything is everything. And I'm like, fuck y'all. So this little exercise they wanted to do this morning was figuring out our communication styles. Now, why this came up after they actually tried to tell me I don't know how to communicate or I don't communicate effectively is a wonder to me. It's not really, but it is. And the exercise was everybody breaking themselves up into these groups that were defined by different communication styles, be it thoughtful and analytical, feeling and quiet, um, loud and friendly, or some bullshit like that, right? Basically, what you got was most people grouped into this loud and outgoing group. It was me only in the thoughtful analytical group, and then another the short swearing tech, shovel tech came over there as well because that was a given because his ass act like he on the spectrum. And then a couple guys over on this quiet, reserve side or whatever, right? And you had this shit where you had to answer these questions that were on there. What does it mean to have your communication style? What do people not understand about your communication style? What will help them better understand? Some silly psychological shit that I did back in college studying for my fucking degree. It's basic ass profile and shit, right? Basic ass personality testing. Like my daughter I had my daughter reading books on this shit when she was fucking 10. It's basic shit. These motherfuckers got it and it's brand new to them. And I'm like, you motherfuckers is like the most behind fucking people I've ever met. So I'm just doing it and having fun with it. I shoot out 5 answers for the 5 questions on there, just looking at the paper and tell the dude that I'm with, write this down, just bullet point it. This is this. And I just stand up there and listen to the rest of this goofy shit going on in front of me with all this policy violations and shit like that happening while I'm getting, bullshit about little things. Right. So everybody goes around the room and get to read off, and every group having a good laugh, a good chuckle, and all the rest of this shit about what they wrote on the paper and what they did. And they went to me and this dude last, which I wasn't surprised because the same big bitch who's the one behind the scenes making complaints about me that my supervisor has to respond to because he a simp is the one leading this thing. No, this will be fun. I'm a direct person. No, you're not. You're a coward. You're not a direct person. You work through people, not direct. So I really don't feel like doing no parts of this playing nice shit with this motherfucker right here. Since you're gonna smile in my face and then behind the scenes you're trying to stab me in the back. Fuck you. And I can say it to your face or behind your back. It'll sound the same. Now, they go to us last, and we get this last little bit off, and then I'm gonna tell you this bit, and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, right? Because it just sounds like I'm bitching about work, whatever the fuck. It's CArtisan MC. Talk about what I want to. We start going over our things, our points on our style, which is thoughtful analytical. And the first thing is, what does it mean to have this style? One of the bullet points I told him was that we are facts over feelings. No response from anybody in there. Reason being, the group that went before us, which was the loud and outgoing group, they thought they were facts over feelings. No, you weren't, because you're loud. That means you're reactionary. You don't think. You just say shit. So it didn't go that we feel everything and we care about everybody. No, the fuck you don't. Right? So we're saying this stuff, and it gets to how can you better understand? Well, if you're having a problem, and basically what I did was I put people on blast, but answered the question. Right? So in a way, it was me being petty. Like, fuck you. I'm not going to play this goddamn game with you while you talk this shit behind my back and then want to smile in my face. So the answers I gave hit people in the room. So the answer about what would people better understand about your communication style, and I put my answer was, since the guy with me couldn't read the shit, I put, if you're having a problem communicating with us, it probably means we are a thoughtful, analytical person. This is what I told him flat out. Because if you feel like you have a problem communicating with me, then it's probably your fault. You don't know who the fuck you dealing with. Plain and simple. The other thing was, what can you say to help the people communicate with you better? Be more accurate. Period. Be more accurate in what you're saying. That was the bullet point. Now, mind you, the four other groups, shucking, jiving, giggling, laughing. Oh, it's so funny. We're reading our shit off. Nothing. Nothing. What's misunderstood about your learning style? Oh, people think that we're quiet. We're not. Why? Because quiet people don't talk because they're afraid to. Thoughtful people don't talk because they're paying attention to every fucking thing that you're saying and doing. They are studying you. That's why they're quiet. They don't need to fill up the room with a bunch of fucking noise, a cacophony of cuckling. They sitting there listening and taking in everything and analyzing all of it. So it gets misconstrued as, oh, he's just really quiet. No, I'm really paying attention to you motherfuckers. And I have deemed I don't like you. That's why I'm not talking to you. Put that shit in there. Now, the final part of this little exercise was that you had to draw on this little shirt diagram what would be your shirt if you could make a shirt to express to people what you are, your communication style, without really saying anything. Now, everybody in this room knows that I'm an artist. When it comes down for us to do team meetings and drawings and stuff like that, they usually ask me because they know I'm an artist. There's one other artist in there, but she don't pump herself up like that. Fine, whatever the fuck. Now, everybody else did their little shirts and they thought it was so cute that they drew little diagrams and little words on it like, oh, don't suck. That's so hilarious. Like, don't suck. You got a whole female in your group. One of y'all is sucking. The rest of y'all in the group suck at your job. So all of you are sucking. But you have such a fucking ego on yourself, you think you can do no wrong, which is something they put on their list. I was like, yeah, that's a problem. I held up the shirt that we made. Now, mind you, I took this quote from something else I saw. And my friend on Instagram, this is one of my exes. I had showed it to her, and she had asked me the question back. I'm like, why are you sorry? I said, I'm not. She said, you should have used that part there. I was like, you got a point there, right? Because it's just a meme. Now, when I went to write it on the shirt, I was trying to do some fancy lettering, but my pen didn't have a good point, so it looked like shit, so I threw it away because I don't like, garbage. Other person in my group got another sheet, and then he wrote it, and he has better handwriting than me, right? Cool. Now, when I held up their shirt, mind you, everybody else got clapped for and laughed for, right? When I held up what our shirt was, it was dead fucking silent. Dead silent. Now, this white boy got good handwriting, big block letters. Why was somebody in it? What does it say? What the shirt said was, "Sorry, I'm different." And "sorry" had a line through it. I thought the shit was funny as hell. Now, mind you, of the three memes that I suggested to him, that was like the third or fourth one. Because the other ones he thought were too aggressive. Because the first one I thought of was "find out," or no, it was "feelings," and it was a little man humping the F. Because it means "fuck your feelings." He said that was a little too aggressive. We're like, all right, all right, all right. What about this one? He didn't like that one. He said that's still too aggressive. I said, okay, you're not as an aggressive person as me. Okay, fine. How about this one? This was kind of tame. He was like, all right, cool. He was fine with that. So we went with the one that was the less directly pointing at you, like "fuck you." Them motherfuckers moved on from that. Oh, thank you everybody for doing this. We're gonna hang these up on the wall. No claps, no laughing, no nothing. They just moved on with their fucking day. That shit was hilarious to me because it proved what kind of bullshit they were on. They were not prepared for that shit. And some of them felt like hit dogs. Like, goddamn. Yeah. And that's the problem with people who like to talk loud and there's a quiet person there. The reason that they're quiet doesn't have anything to do with intimidation or being afraid of the room. What you're worried about is that that person is sitting there fucking judging you and knows how fucking dumb you sound. That is your personal insecurity. I can sit there in the meeting and not say a fucking word to any of you, and you have a problem with it because you know you saying some dumb shit. You just waiting to see if I'm gonna call you on it or not. And maybe I do, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't fucking feel like it. But best believe I know it's done. I do know it. And I'm marking it down and making my own internal list. Exactly, Nigel. Observe and report. What was the point of the spook that sat by the door? To sit there and tell you everything he had rolling around in his fucking head? Or was his job to sit there and just listen? Listen, observe, take notes. Mental ones. And then walk out and share it with your peoples. So you know the goings on. That's what that shit was. It was a stupid fucking exercise that I turned into an exercise in how shallow certain people's egos are. With 5 questions and a drawing, which wasn't even a drawing of anything. It was just words on a t-shirt that you can actually buy. Not even my shit. Now after that day, everybody was acting a little different. That's when I'm getting followed after lunch and all the rest of this dumb shit. But them motherfuckers staying the hell away from me right now too. Because they got a plan up and I got one up too. And I told y'all beginning of this year I was gonna start some shit by kicking the apple cart. I kicked the apple cart. This is the shit that's falling out. So I'm not necessarily bitching about it. I'm just sharing with you their experience from, being one of those ones on the inside of some shit. This is the kind of stuff that you deal with. This is the kind of shit that black men deal with. And I really feel Cat Williams, when he's talking about that 2024 has to be the year that liars get exposed. This has to be a year for that shit. Because that's all the shit is. That's all it is. All I'm doing is my dizzle, exposing they tired lying asses. And they are pulling enough stuff out to try to work against me with lies. So it is what it is. It's back to being what I was when I walked in this bitch. Ain't nobody friends. And that's always been what it was. But I don't have to talk to none of y'all. I really don't. Because you are, like I told my supervisor in our sit down meeting, well, I just will not use any of these texts because they're unfucking reliable. Fine. You want to be mad that I asked one to do something? Cool. I won't ask him to do shit, which I wasn't doing anyway. This is the one time I did it, and y'all having a conniption about the shit like we got to change this whole policy about this because you asked this dude to do something for you. Fuck him and you. And the bitch that got a problem with it. We do the same shit all day. But now it's a problem because the black man did it once. Oh, okay. Well, fine then. They unreliable. And like I told my regional, we got too many people that getting paid to stand the fuck around and do nothing. We need some more actual reliable fucking workers who can do this goddamn job. Not more good old boys dumbasses who don't look like they'd be a threat to anything but a pack of cigarettes and a bottle of Jack. So it ain't bitching, it's frustration a little bit. But that's what the hell it is. So I'm thankful for Jeremy, G Money, the brother whose dishwasher I put in. And I'm thankful for the other two couple, which I don't know their first names, but for being the cool people that they are and actually bringing some levity, and some coolness to a otherwise slog through the mud of the trudgery of the day. But I appreciate having some normal human interactions with some people who actually got some shit on the ball and actually know how to actually interact with people or strangers, especially ones that look like me. So, in closing, what does this mean? It's important to find your tribe. It is important to connect with people who connect with you, regardless of what fucking color they are. And it is important to let people know where they can get the fuck off and what they can get the fuck on with, no matter where you are. Because you will always be you. Always. You're always going to be the one who's there for you. If you don't stick up for yourself, nobody else will. And why would you expect them to? That is your job. First and foremost is to protect you. Second one is someone else. And the first way you protect you is not letting anybody take anything from you and diminish you. Your accomplishments, your skills, your intelligence, none of that shit. Fuck them. Their insecurity is not yours. And don't make it yours by thinking you need to kowtow to them so they can feel better about themselves. Let them feel fucking miserable. Let them. They deserve it. Perfect example. If you were in the gym 5 days a week to train for a bodybuilding competition, and there was somebody else that was in there every other day or 2 days out the week or whatever, y'all both got up there to compete. You won and stood on the top of the podium. He ended up on the third tier. Would you give a fuck that he was mad that he felt he should have been on the first tier and he didn't want to have to respect the fact that you was on the first one? Look, you put in the work that you put in and you got what the fuck you got out of it. I put in the work that I wanted to put in, and I got what I got out of it. If you don't like your fucking position, do fucking better. Stop thinking it's just a given because your ass popped out of somebody's vagina. I work really hard to be who I am and learn what I have learned. I cannot turn off the fact that I'm intelligent. I cannot turn off the fact and forget that I know what the fuck I know. Now, if you don't have that experience, what am I supposed to do about that shit? Forget that I do? To make you feel better? Fuck yourself. Fuck yourself and your life. Because those weren't my choices. I didn't have your choices, and you ain't had mine. And given your fucking work ethic, you wouldn't have did it if you did. You wouldn't have did the same work I did. You wouldn't have went through the same things I went through to be the person that I am. And none of those days, like I had to tell this goofy little bitch at my job the other day, I don't like the energy you're giving out. It don't make me feel good. Motherfucker, I didn't wake up this morning thinking about what made you feel good. That was not on my list. When I crawled out of my bed this morning, I did not think, what could I do to make so and so feel good? That was not on my list. Just like kissing my ass wasn't on yours. Feel how the fuck you feel. That's your job, not mine. So, with that, that's it. That's me ranting for about an hour. I'm gonna get in here. I'm gonna get me some food delivered. Maybe some sushi tonight. I'm gonna get me a drink. Get me a shower, and then I'm gonna vegetate and shake off these stupid motherfuckers for a couple of days till I have to go back. But that's it. You heard me venting. You didn't have to see me, but I got the spawn eyes up, so that's good for that. Now I can go listen to the Angry Man, see what he got to say about this Cat Williams shit, because this is gonna be explosive, and we're definitely gonna talk about it on Shop Talk on Sunday, because there's a lot of stuff he said in that whole damn near 3 hour interview that I listened to all of it. Cat was telling some truths. I don't think he's lying about none of that shit, and not because I just want to believe Cat Williams. I'm listening to the inflection, how he delivers what he is saying, his background, which some of the shit I didn't even know, and then talking to Jeremy, a resident, today about what he saw from it. Brother, yeah, I don't think he was lying. I don't think he was lying at all. So we're gonna have to talk about it. But that's it for me. Like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.